When God befriended Abraham, it wasn't because of Abraham. It wasn't because Abraham was better than anyone else. It was for the purpose of the incarnation of the Christ. The Bible says that God told Abraham that through him all the families of the world will be blessed. And the only thing that came out from Abraham that blessed the whole world is Christ. Whenever God makes contact with a man, it is never about the man. It's never about what the man wants. It's never about meeting the man's needs. But it's usually for a purpose that is beyond the man. What interest would God in eternity have with a man in time? What affinity could they possibly have? When two people come together in a relationship, it is usually because they have something in common together. What does God have in common with a man? King David asked that question in the book of Psalms 4:8. He said, "What is man that you are mindful of him?" The King David wondered because of God's interest in him. But what David did not realize is that he himself was just a small piece in a much bigger puzzle. He was a pawn in a universal game of chess. There is always a universal purpose beyond just one man in the mind of God at all times. There is a calling not just to do, but to be part of something greater than yourself. There is a purpose to every challenge that you might be going through right now. When Joseph had to go through being a slave, being a servant, being a victim, being a prisoner, then being prime minister, it was not just to save countless people in his day or to save the members of his family. It was for the purpose of preserving the lineage of Christ, whom Joseph himself never knew. You may be going through something right now that does not make sense to you. It does not make sense because it is not about you. You are a part of something that is much bigger than you. The favor or the suffering that you might be experiencing right now may be about your great grandchild that has a pivotal role in God's universal plan. That is why God simply asks us to trust and obey him, because even if he explains it to you, it will be of no good to you. Just serve your own purpose and then pass the baton on to the next man, because God's project is always on and it passes from one generation to the next.